Once we've placed the seat and the bass drums, we can go on placing the drums with the snare drum. To place the snare drum, we can grab our sticks, put the tips of the sticks together, keeping our shoulder completely relaxed and our back straight, and then we can place the snare drum putting the center of it where the tips of the sticks are. In this way, we will know that if we stay in a relaxed position, keeping our shoulder relaxed, we will hit the center of the snare drum without having to move our body in front or backwards. As for the height of the stool, we want to have our elbow bent 90 degrees in the moment in which the stick will impact the snare drum. We can then tilt the snare drum in a way that when the stick hits the surface, we have a perfect rim shot and we don't have to bend our wrist or assume any strange position in order to play a rim shot, but that it will be natural, just letting our forearm fall. Then we can mount our toms and put them so that it is comfortable for us just by extending a little bit our arms to reach them and without having to turn the upper part of our body too much to go around the set. So also here we want to keep our back straight and just stretch our arms a little bit to reach with the tip of the sticks the center of the tom without having to lean in front. Same thing happens for the height of the toms. Once we can reach them easily just by stretching our arms without having to raise our shoulders or assume any strange position so that we can play comfortably, then it means that that's the right height and right inclination for our toms. Let's also keep in mind that every surface that we're going to play on, it's going to be like the floor when we bounce a ball. So if it would bounce back straight towards us or if it would bounce back in weird directions. In that way, we can calculate exactly how to put our toms so that the rebound will be straight towards us and not in any other direction. This is very important to have a good agility around the drum set, especially when we play fast. As for the floor tom, we want to keep in mind different things. First of all, being on the side, we don't want to turn our upper part of the body too much. And for example, if you have it on your right side, it means that we will have to turn to hit it right in the center with our left hand, and of course it will be the opposite if we will have it on our left side. But also we want to keep in mind that the floor tom doesn't have to be too close to my right hand, forcing me to move my upper part of the body to be comfortable in hitting the floor tom right in the center, but just by rotating the upper part of our body without leaning the weight right or left. So I will have to position the floor tom in a way that my right hand, it's just comfortable to fall, keeping the upper part of my body and the shoulder in my natural position, and that it's not going to be too far for my left hand to reach it. Instead, as for the height of the floor tom, I usually keep it a little bit lower than the snare drum because I mount my ride just on top of it, and I don't want my floor tom to be in the way of my stick while I play the ride. So that's just my choice and I'm comfortable in playing that way. Of course you can mount your ride in a different way. But also here, let's keep in mind that the best height is always when we don't have to stretch too much our arm to hit the floor tom and that the stick bounces back straight towards us naturally. Then we can go on and mount all the other drums that we have based on how we placed the drum kit.